Hi. Okay, so let's begin. First of all, I have a question for you. Raise your hand if you would like to have a good, reliable way of investing that will consistently grow your wealth. Okay, good. I'm in the right place. Actually, raise your hand again if you'd like that way of investing to take up hardly any of your time. Okay, good. Because that's exactly what we're going to cover in this session. Now, should I just press the big green button that says next? There we go. Yeah. First of all, a quick game. If 10 years ago we started with £25,000, and actually, how do I go back on this thing? And back one more. Is there a back for me to press on here? No. Okay. Now, that kind of gave the game away. I don't know if anyone was paying attention, but you've probably seen those figures now. But I'll pretend you didn't. If you had £25,000 10 years ago and you put it in the bank, how much do you think it would be worth 10 years later? Anyone who didn't see, £37,000 is what it'd be worth if you put it in the bank. Now, if 10 years ago you put £25,000 in a good company, like Google, for example, you bought £25,000 worth of Google shares, 10 years later, you would have £281,000. Pretty good, yeah? What about if you put £25,000 10 years ago into a very good company, like Apple, for example? Now, most of you probably saw this already, but you would now have, as he very rightly says, £1 million in 10 years. Pretty good, yeah? So we want to know about this stuff. Now, Google and Apple were very good companies. So how do we find good companies like that today? They're going to do that same kind of thing for the next 10 years. Would you like to know how to find those companies? Good. That's why we're here. So, first of all, why else is it good to learn trading? Most of you already know this, but even if you're a complete beginner, if you are given the right strategies, you can do very, very well from trading. Even if you know nothing about investing right now. As long as you follow the rules, you should be able to get the same results if you have a strategy that works. So anyone can do very well at this. You can start small. How much money do you need to start trading, investing? £50? £50 and you're ready to go, yeah? If you open a spread betting account, that's all you need to get started, £50. The more the better, but £50 is enough to start. How much time do you need? Some of the best strategies that I teach take just 1 hour a week to trade. And that can be in the evenings or the weekends, whenever you choose. You can make money in any market conditions. You can make money when the markets go up. You can make money when the markets go down. If you don't know how to do that, it's very easy to make money as markets go down and when the market goes sideways. And it's tax-free. If you're trading in the UK through a spread betting account, it's tax-free. And you can trade from anywhere you want. You can trade from home or anywhere in the world. I go on lots of holidays. Last year I spent 5 months snowboarding. As long as I had my internet connection, I'm good to go. It doesn't matter where I am in the world. Now, did you know 95% of traders and investors lose money? Did you know that? 95% of traders and investors lose money. Wow. When I heard that statistic, I got excited. Because I thought to myself, where's that massive amount of money going to? Where is that massive amount of money going to? It's going to the 5% who know what they're doing. And what I thought is, if I can just get into that 5%, that massive amount of money is going to be coming to me. And it's actually a lot easier than you might think to get into that 5% once you know the right strategies, the right techniques. So how do you get good at investing? First of all, what's the average investor's approach to investing? The average investor's approach is read a couple of books on trading, maybe. do a little bit of research on the internet, maybe. And then what does the average investor do? They take a big chunk of their life savings, they put it in the stock market, they put it in the Forex market, they cross their fingers, and what normally happens? They normally lose a lot of money pretty fast. Now, I can tell you, I tried the average investor's approach to investing when I started out. I can tell you it works. I lost a lot of money very fast. So I decided next I better get good at this stuff. And I decided I wanted to become an outstanding investor. I read almost 300 books on trading, on Forex trading, stock market trading, options. I attended over 30 investment trading courses all around the world, in the UK, in the US, in America, in Russia. I then tracked down some of the greatest living investors in the world, and I got them to teach me one-to-one. I'm going to give you some of the best bits of what I learned in this next 20 minutes. I learned one-to-one from the guy who won the World Trading Championships. With real money, he started with $10,000. Within 12 months, he turned into 1.1 million. I got him to teach me exactly how he did that, one-to-one, just me and him. I learned from a guy who made over £1 million in 30 seconds trading. I got him to teach me exactly how he did that, Louis Borsellino. I learned from, anybody heard of John Bollinger? Bollinger Bands, quite a well-known investment indicator. I learned from John personally, just me and him, sitting together on the sofa with our laptops while he taught me his strategies. After doing all of that, I came back to the UK, applied everything I'd learned. Within a few years, I was a multi-millionaire. I'm going to give you some of the best stuff that I learned in these next 25 minutes. So what are we going to cover? I'm going to teach you the smart way to invest, a system that I came up with based on learning from some of the world's top traders. I'm going to cover the power of sector investing. You've got to know how to do this, whatever you're trading. I'm going to give you a simple, high-profit, low-risk strategy that you can use straight away. I'll tell you exactly how to do that today. You'll be able to use it straight away. I'll show you how to protect your capital. I'll show you how to make money even if you get more than half your trades wrong. That's what we're going to cover in the next 20 minutes. If you have any questions, I'd say if you could please save them until after the talk. That way we can check we cover everything that we need to. Now, in this next 20 minutes, I will teach you some of the best trading knowledge in the world. I will also give you proven strategies that you can use straight away. You will get a lot of great value in this next 20 minutes. First of all, to check I remember to do this, after this talk, if you want to know more, we run a 2-day training course. It's on Forex and stock market investing. It's actually the most popular investment training course in the country. Over 10,000 people have attended our course. Over 400,000 people have attended one of our range of training courses. And it's actually been the most popular course in the country for over 12 years. It won Best Investment Training Course in the country 3 years in a row. For those of you who are interested, the investment for a ticket is £2,000. It's £1,997, and we run them pretty much every month. I normally don't teach this course. I normally don't teach these courses. But what I'm doing is I'm currently updating all our course material. So I will actually be teaching these next 5 courses in person. So let's get into the content. This is what we're going to cover. First of all, we're going to talk about sectors. This is, once you know how to do this, which you're going to learn now, you can get some pretty incredible returns. And most investors have absolutely no idea about this. So let's get into it. What affects your share price? The economy certainly does. What happens to the whole economy? What happens to the whole stock market will affect your share price. What happens to this sector will affect your share price. Now, what is a sector? Anyone? Sector? Sector? Big group of similar companies, yeah? So it could be technology sector, financial sector, transportation sector. Within a sector, we have a smaller bit, what we call the industry. In the technology sector, we'd have the computer software industry, computer hardware industry, electronics industry. And then within the industry, we have the company itself, yeah? Now, how much influence do you think the market and the sector has on what happens to your company share price? What do you reckon? About 80% of what happens to your company's share price is dependent on the market and the sector that's in. Pretty important, yeah? Now, two main stages in the economy, what are they? Boom and bust, yeah? In investing, we can call it something slightly different. We call it expansion, contraction. Same thing, just a different name. Boom, bust, expansion, contraction. Now, in investing, it's useful to break this down into 5 stages. We break the boom stage into 3 bits. Early expansion, middle expansion, and late expansion. We break the bust bit into 2 bits, early contraction, late contraction. Now, why is that useful? Because certain types of company tend to do very well at certain stages in the economy. For example, technology companies tend to do very well just here, at early expansion. Healthcare companies tend to do very well just here, at early contraction. So if we found out that we were coming into the early expansion stage of the economy, what types of share would you want to buy? Well, technology, because they're supposed to do well at that stage, yeah? If you found out we were coming into early contraction stage of the economy, what types of share would you want to buy? Well, healthcare, because they're supposed to do well, yeah? Let me give you all the details. During the economic cycle, which sectors should I invest in? In early expansion, technology does well, which we already said. Capital goods and transportation. Capital goods is things like engineering, machinery, manufacturing. In middle expansion, capital goods still do well. Late expansion, energy, basic materials, and consumer staples. Now, anybody, what is consumer staples? Consumer staples is, yeah, it's things that that was a couple of examples. It's things that we use all the time. So things like food, alcohol, tobacco, cosmetics, healthcare. Early contraction, consumer staples still do well. And utilities, anyone watch utilities? Utilities, gas, electric, yeah, services in the home. And then late contraction, financials, consumer cyclicals do well. So if we found out that we were just coming into stage 2 of the economy, what are you going to do? You're going to buy the types of shares that are supposed to do well at that stage, yeah? So what's the all-important question? The all-important question is, whereabouts are we? Yeah. Or how do we find out where we are? Because if you can find out where you are, you can do this for yourself at any stage, yeah? Now, once you know how to do this, you can make some quite incredible returns, some quite incredible profits. I'll show you how to do it now. There are really just 3 main steps to doing this. I'll give you the first one now. It's kind of a quick, rough and ready way to do it. Go to the Financial Times, the website, Financial Times website, or get a copy of the Financial Times newspaper. There's a section in there called Leaders and Laggards. Now, it lists all the UK sectors. At the top of the list are the sectors that have gone up the most in price. At the bottom of the list are the sectors that have gone down the most in price. Now, what we do is we look at about the top 10, 12 sectors, and we say to ourselves, which sectors have been doing the best? And in this example, we've got healthcare, personal care, pharmaceuticals, tobacco, food, and drug retail. What are all of those? They're all consumer staple. We then have water, gas, utilities. What are all of those? They're all utilities, yeah? So consumer staple utilities have been doing very well. Consumer staple utilities, whereabouts were we? Early contraction, yeah? That's exactly where we were. Very simple, 2-minute look at the Financial Times or their website. I'll give you another way to do this. Most of the big financial websites have something which is called a sector map. Market Watch has a sector map. This is an example. Each of these big squares with a thick grey outline is a sector. Each of these smaller squares is a company. The brighter green the square is, the more the share price has gone up. The brighter red the square is, the more the share price has gone down. Now, we use this in quite a sophisticated way. We say to ourselves, which of the sectors is greenest? That's it. So in this example, nearly all the squares in consumer cyclical are green. Half of technology is taken off in a really big way. So consumer cyclical, half of technology. Consumer cyclical, half of technology. Whereabouts were we? Swapping over between these two stages. So what types of company would we buy? Technology shares, capital goods shares, and transportation shares, because they're supposed to do well at that stage, yeah? Now, I'll show you a real example of how this works. We did this research a couple of years ago, found out we did all three of the steps. When you do all three steps, you get very good at the timing. We found out we were just coming into early contraction stage of the economy. It was very obvious, lots of things saying it. We then found out which sectors are supposed to do well at this stage. We then found out what are the industries within these sectors, so the smaller bits. So within consumer staple, there's hospital and management companies, beverages, tobacco. Within utilities, we got these sectors. So what do we do next? We buy shares in these types of company, yeah? Now, I'm going to show you what happened. Real example. Rather than show you individual companies, I'll show you the whole industry. So you can see what happened on average to the whole industry. So first of all, hospital management companies supposed to do well. The red line is the market plummeting. Hospital management companies went up 100% profit in a year, on average. They were supposed to do that. That's how much you made if you picked a random company in the right industry. It was supposed to do that. Next one, electric companies, supposed to do well at this stage in the economy. Red line's the market plummeting. Electric companies went up over 70% profit in a year, on average. Again, they were supposed to do that. Next one, beverages, supposed to do well. Market plummets, beverages went up over 50% profit in a year, on average. Now, 50% profit in a year. We wouldn't bother with crummy returns like that, would we? Maybe, yeah? Let's look at, I'm going to go through each of these. Natural gas supposed to do well. Market plummets, natural gas went up over 60% profit in a year. On average, it was supposed to do that. Tobacco supposed to do well. Tobacco industry went up 140% profit in a year. That's how much you made if you closed your eyes and picked a random company in the right industry. Now, do you just want to close your eyes and make 140% profit in a year? Well, yes, but what else could you do? What could you do that's even better? That's how much you made if you picked a random company in the right industry, on average. What could you do that's even better? Pick a good company in a good industry, yeah? Good company, good industry, 475% profit in a year, 500% profit in a year. When I learned this stuff, it totally turned my trading around. Most investors have absolutely no idea about this. If you're a complete beginner, you've got to start using this. If you're already trading, wow, you've really got to use this. It's so powerful. Now, I put there £2,000 would have become 12,000 in a year. £10,000 for 45 minutes work. In reality, would the return be quite that big? Well, probably not. You probably miss the start of the stage. You might miss the end of the stage. If you made 300% return in a year, would that be okay? Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Now, in reality, real trades, real money, can you make this kind of return in a year? Absolutely. Some of our course graduates, 500% profit in a year. I attended the course over a year ago. I start with £2,000. I now have well over 10,000 profit using what you just learned. Another of our course graduates, £3,000 to £47,000 in 9 weeks. Between a period of 8 to 9 weeks, I made my initial £3,000 investment grow to £47,000. Pretty good. Another of our course graduates, 242% profit in 8 months. He sent me in all his spreadsheets. He was using my exact strategy. Pretty good. Now, who's feeling lucky? In a moment, I'm going to give you another strategy, an excellent strategy. I'll show you exactly how to trade it. First of all, I'm going to give one of you, before the end of this talk, I'm going to give one of you the chance to get our investment home study course for free. This is a £1,000 home study course. Many, many people have gladly paid £1,000 to buy this home study course. I'll give one of you the chance to get this for free before the end of this talk. It's basically 6 DVDs of me teaching my best strategies. And it's the best things that I've learned from traders around the world. Plus, you get the course workbook that goes with it. Plus, you get the summary sheets, the best indicators to use, the best chart patterns. £1,000, I'll give one of you the chance to get it for free before the end of this talk. But first of all, I should say, on the first DVD, if you're wondering, if you're a complete beginner, that goes step by step through how to do extremely well at trading on that first DVD. The second one, Amazing Power of the Big Picture, we touched on it today. There's even more powerful stuff that you get on that DVD. And the third one is the 8 simple rules for finding the best trades. I show you how to find the very best Forex trades and the very best shares on that DVD. And this one, I actually show you how to get the computer to do virtually all the work for you. So it takes literally 1 hour a week to do your trading. And then you learn the 6-step formula for optimum results on DVD 5, which is the 6 steps that I use to make sure I'm getting into the best trades. Very easy to follow, even if you're a beginner. And then the last DVD, we master the technical analysis. First of all, let me give you another strategy. Now, some of you may have heard of this channeling strategy. If you have, I'm going to give you an extra bit that makes it even more powerful. First of all, sometimes trades bounce up and down in a very regular, uniform way, like in this example here. When they get to this invisible price level down here, which we call support, they tend to bounce and go back up. When they get to this invisible price level here, which we call resistance, they tend to bounce and come back down. Now, if you saw a trade that was doing that, when would you buy it? When would you buy a trade that's doing that? You're going to buy it near to support, yeah? So you'd buy it here somewhere. When are you going to sell it? You're going to sell it near resistance, yeah? And you'd keep doing that as it bounces up and down. Now, right now, in the UK, there are many companies whose shares are doing this channeling pattern. Right now in America, there are many shares doing this channeling pattern. In Forex trades, there are many Forex pairs that do this channeling. Let's have a look at some examples. This is the Australian dollar, US dollar. Very nice channel. This was very recently, last year. An incredible trade. Anybody trading that channel on the Forex pair? It was superb. Another one. Anyone heard of this little company? It's Microsoft, yeah? It was channeling, bouncing up and down. So what do? You buy here, sell here, buy here, sell here, buy here, make money, buy here, make money, and make money as it comes down. If you don't know how to make money as it comes down, you'll learn that on the training course. Very easy to do. If you traded that one, Microsoft, 150% profit in a year if you traded that channel. Here's a UK example, a UK share. Nice channel. You buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. Did 70% profit in 5 months if you're trading that one. Another UK example did 60% profit in 6 months trading this channel. Another UK example did 140% profit in 7 months if you traded that one. £2,000 would have become almost £5,000 in 7 months. Now, 140% return in 7 months. I wouldn't bother with crummy returns like that. I would actually, but here's one I traded that was even better. Each of these bounces was about 50% return. This one did 180% profit in 1 month. 2,000 would have become over 5,000 in 1 month trading that one. Now, I hope you're thinking a couple of things. One of them is, well, this channeling stuff looks very easy, it looks highly profitable, and I want to do it. I hope you are thinking that because it is. But I also hope you're thinking something else, and that is this. Well, I bet as soon as I do the trade, what happens? What could happen as soon as you got into the trade? It could finish, the channel could finish and it could drop, yeah? Could that happen? Well, yeah, of course it could happen. So you need a way to protect yourself from that happening. Very quickly, I'll tell you how I do it. I use an indicator called ROC, or price rate of change. And the setting I use is 14-day. I use a 14-day setting. And what I do is, if the indicator bottom If the indicator makes a bottom that's lower than the one before, I don't do the trade. That's the rule. And that will protect you in about 80% of the cases if you do that. You'll learn exactly how to do it on the training course. Very simple to do. And then channeling becomes an extremely powerful strategy. Now, in reality, again, real trades, real money. Does channeling work? Can you make a lot of money from it? Yes, absolutely. Another of our course graduates, £6,000 profit with channeling. From an initial stake of £1,000, I generated a return of £6,000 over 2 months using just £1,000. The technique I was using was channeling along with your recommended indicator. Pretty good. Now, I'm going to give you the last 2 things, and then I'll kind of wrap up. These next 2 things are probably the most important things you will ever learn in investing. Whether you're trading Forex, stocks, doesn't matter. These are the most important things. First one is, let your profits run and cut your losses short. What do most traders do? The exact opposite, yeah? Most traders cut their profits short and let their losses run. This way will check you do it correctly. In this example, trade's gone up, come down, bounce once, bounce twice. If a trade bounces at about the same level like this, we call it a double bottom chart pattern. It's a very simple, very basic chart pattern. And after a trade bounces twice like this, just here, it's now more likely to go up than go down, slightly. So there is a reasonable place to buy. Now, as soon as you buy, what you need to do is place a sell order just below here, so that if your trade now drops, it will automatically be sold at this point here. It's free to place these sell orders. You just do it online. Why would we do that? Why do we place that sell order there? Yeah, to protect our capital in case it goes down. Yeah. Now, as soon as the trade moves up, when there's another most recent price bottom here, we will cancel this sell order and we'll move it up to here. What are we doing now? We're locking in our profits, yeah? At this point, what are we guaranteed? We've guaranteed we've made money, yeah? The trade goes up. As soon as there's another most recent price bottom, we cancel this sell order, we move it up to here. Goes up, we cancel this sell order, we move it up to here. We're letting our profits run. Now, what's the biggest loss we can make? The trade drops, it's sold at our sell order down here, so we've got a limited loss. What's the biggest profit we can make? Unlimited profit. If you do it this way, you have unlimited profit and limited loss. That is one of the golden rules of investing. Whether you're Forex trading, share trading, you must be doing this. Next point, reward to risk ratio. Here's our example. Trade's gone up, come down, bounce once, bounce twice. We bought it just there. We put our stop just there. Now, what's the biggest loss we can make? It drops straight away and it's sold just there. So that's our risk. That's our potential risk. Now, whether you're trading a Forex pair, a commodity, a share, it's a good idea to have a target of where you think the trade is going to go. And quite often a target will be a big resistance level. Big resistance level is just like a place where you think it's likely to stop. Now, in this example, if this is all we could see, if you've got a great big peak like this, it's quite likely that if it starts to go back up, it will stop when it gets to that level. So a reasonable target on this trade could be this here. That could be a reasonable target. What you've got to make sure is the distance from where you buy to the target, which we call the reward, you've got to make sure the reward is at least twice as big as the potential risk on every trade you do. Now, if you are only getting into trades where the potential reward is at least twice as big as the potential risk, and you only got half your trades right, how would you be doing? Would you be doing okay? If you only got half your trades right, but you were getting twice the reward? Yeah, of course, because when you win, your profits are twice as big as when you lose. Now, when I'm trading Forex, when I'm trading shares, I only get into trades where the reward to risk ratio is at least twice, 2 to 1. Sometimes, well, usually 3 to 1. Sometimes 5 to 1, sometimes even 10 to 1. Now, if you were only getting into trades where the reward to risk ratio was 10 to 1, how many trades have you got to get right out of 10 to be doing okay? One, and you'd be doing okay. Now, occasionally, I find a trade where the reward to risk ratio is 50 to 1, or 100 to 1, or 400 to 1. I actually found a trade a few months ago where the reward to risk ratio was 1,200 to 1. How many trades have you got to get right out of 1,000 to be doing okay? One. Now, hopefully you can get 1 out of 1,000 okay. Right, correct. You'd be pleased to hear our course graduates do a lot better than that. One of our course graduates, I attended your course over a year ago. I've been successful in 70 out of 72 trades. Pretty good. He was using my exact strategy, the same strategy you'll learn on the course. £500 profit per week. I'm making £400 to £500 profit per week, and I'm only using £2,000 capital. Pretty good. Started with £250, made £1,500 within 3 months. Another of our course graduates. Another of our course graduates, £30,000 profit within his first 4 months after the course. Another course graduate, £2,000 to £11,000. Another course graduate, £24,000 profit in 1 week using what we taught him. Started with £10,000. Pretty good. Now, I told you about the course. It's the most popular, best trading course in the country. I've already mentioned the price for a ticket is £2,000 for a ticket. That's the investment. We hold them about once a month in London. I normally don't teach these courses. As I said, I'm actually updating our course material at the moment. So I am actually going to teach these next 5 courses in person. Normally it's one of my instructors who teach the courses. Now, because we're at an event like this, I decided that we would do an amazing offer, as people do at events like this. So what I'm going to do is, if you would like to book a place on our course today, this is the offer that I'm going to make you. You already know the price of a ticket, £2,000. Thousands of people have already paid £2,000 to attend this exact course that I'm offering you now. Thousands of people have already bought a ticket for £2,000 to attend this exact course I'm offering you now. But as a bit of a marketing experiment, plus one of these next events, I'm actually going to film the event. And I need your permission that I can film the back of your head, like in this picture here. If you'll give me that permission, you can be part of this offer. If you book your place today on our course, I will give you a £2,000 ticket for just £97. Now, usually someone will say, well, that is pretty incredible. I am definitely coming on that course. £97 is nothing. And then usually they'll say to me, can I bring my husband, my wife, my sister, my brother? How much for the second ticket? The second ticket is £2,000. You're here, they're not. That is the ticket price. If they want to come, it's £2,000. That's what everyone else is paid to attend this course. But then I thought, well, we're doing this crazy offer. Let's take it all the way. If you want to bring a spouse, family member, or partner, and you book a place today, I will give you that second ticket for free. £48 each, which is crazy. Now, I promised I'd give one of you the chance to get our home study course for free. This is a £1,000 home study course. £1,000, many people have bought it from us for £1,000. It is an extremely good trading course. You'll learn my best strategies. I said I'll give one of you the chance to get it for free. I've changed my mind. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to give the first 7 of you who book a place today on the course, I will give you the home study course for free as well. I will give you your ticket, a guest ticket. When you attend the event, you'll get the home study course for free as well. £4,994. That is the price that people have paid for exactly what I'm offering you now. If you book your place today, £97 plus VAT for all of that. Plus, you get our 100% money back guarantee. When you attend our course, if at the end of day one, if you decide it's not the best investment course you've ever been on, if you decide for any reason whatsoever you don't want to come back for day two, we will give you 100% of your money back and you get to keep the course materials. Now, you can't get much fairer than that. I know how good this course is, so I don't mind doing that. I know what you're going to learn on day one. You will definitely want to come back for day two, so I don't mind giving that guarantee. As I said, the first 7 people who book a place today, I will give you your ticket, a free ticket, plus the £1,000 home study course for free. Thank you for listening. I wish you great wealth and happiness. If you'd like to book a place, our team is just there at the back. I'll answer any questions you've got. Thank you for coming along. Hope to see you soon.